Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal bin Muhammad Noor and I'm from RK86. Today, me and my teammate, Muhammad Adan Raslan Zakaria from RK86, will present about National Development Plan Expenditure from 2012, 2013 until 2018, 2019. This dataset is about the total expenditure of the national development from 2012, 2013 until 2018, 2019. In order to ensure the development plan to run smoothly, this dataset is vital in planning and allocating expenditure in all of the sectors involved. From the dataset, the expenditure from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019 is allocated into 10 different sectors, and the expenditure of these sectors varies every year. The first project objective is to analyze the total expenditure from 2012 to 2013 until 2018-2019. The second one is to determine the average expenditure from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. The third one is to identify which sector has the highest and the lowest expenditure from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. And the last one is to investigate the average expenditure of every sectors involved from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. The population of this dataset is the expenditure of the 10 sectors that are involved in the development plan within a certain period. The sample is the subset of the expenditure of the 10 sectors that are involved in the development plan within the certain period. Based on the data collected, it is found that most expenditure of all years goes to 2010 to 2013 with 22% from the total expenditure. There are two types of variables involved in the dataset, which are qualitative and quantitative. For the qualitative variable, it is years of development plan and types of sectors involved in the development plan, while the quantitative variable is the total expenditure of the development plan.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Adan Basrin from RK86. Okay, for my part, I want to explain about the method and analysis. First, we need to analyze the total expenditure from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. From the analysis, the highest expenditure is in 2012-2013 with 22% from the total expenditure of all years, which is 6,798.8 million, while the lowest expenditure is in 2018-2019 with only 7% from all years' total expenditure. From the line chart, we can see that the expenditure decreased each year starting from 2012-2013 until 2016-2017. But in 2017-2018, the expenditure rose a little bit before going down again in 2018-2019. Next, we need to determine the average expenditure from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. In order to find the average expenditure, the total expenditure of all years need to be divided by the number of years involved. As we can see, the number of years involved is 7, respectively starting from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. From the histogram chart, we can see that the blue line is the trend line indicating the average expenditure. This is because the average expenditure from the National Development Plan was 971.2571429 million per year. Furthermore, we need to identify which sector has the highest and the lowest expenditure from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. Okay. From the analysis, the highest expenditure of all sectors is social service sectors. It has 30% from the total expenditure of all sectors involved, This happened because the social service always had the highest allocation than the other sectors in every year, except in 2017, 2018, and 2018-2019, which were 92.9 million and 12.6 million respectively. While the lowest expenditure of all sectors fell to human capacity building with almost 0%, which is 23.5 million. This happened because there was no expenditure for human capacity building from 2012-2013 until 2017-2018. Only in 2018-2019 the expenditure was allocated for human capacity building. But last but not least, we need to investigate the average expenditure of every sector involved from 2012-2013 until 2018-2019. In order to find the average expenditure of each sector involved in national development, the total expenditure of all sectors involved must be divided by the number of sectors involved. As we can see, the number of sectors involved is 10, which is the same every year. From the bar chart, the orange bar indicates the average expenditure. So, the average expenditure for the sectors that were involved in the National Development Plan was 679.88 million per sector.
For the conclusion, project background state the important things about the total expenditure of national development from 2012 to 2013 until 2008-2019. The expenditure was allocated into 10 different sectors every year from 2012 to 2013 until 2018-2019. There are two types of variable, which is qualitative and quantitative variable, which are explained in the data description. The statistical graph, such as bar chart, line chart, pie chart, array chart, and histogram, are used to display the dataset analysis. By using the statistical graph, we were able to demonstrate the dataset in much a simple and precise way. And finally, we are able to analyze each graph to extract information such as the average, highest, lowest, and the lowest expenditure of the dataset. That's all from us. Thank you very much.